So now that we're familiar with algebra, with some numbers and say just one unknown, let's talk about literal equations in which there are at least two variables. And it's worth doing some algebraic steps and so forth to get one of those variables in terms of everything else. And in that case, you're always going to have some variables in your answer. Let's see what I mean by that. A simple example would be to say if we know that the area of a rectangle is the length of the base times the length of the height, which is the two dimensions of that rectangle. So let's suppose that the area that we're dealing with is a building we want to build, and we're considering different dimensions for this building and what the storefront, the front of the building on the street would be, what that length would be, what that base would be, shall we say. Okay, now, so say we know that the building is going to be 5,000 square feet, okay, but we're not sure just what the other dimensions will be. What would the storefront be, the base of our rectangle be, for different values of the height, how far back from the road we will build. Well, the best way to do that would be to go ahead and solve this equation, and we go and put the 5,000 in there. Solve this equation for B. Some simple algebra get us this. And now we can simply plug in whatever heights we want. We plug in a number of different heights and see what we would get for the base. All right, and it allows us to analyze this situation with this constraint and this fact here. There don't even have to be any numbers in a literal equation. All right, so say for instance we know that the area of a circle is the radius of the circle squared times the number pi. All right, I guess we do have a number there, but we have a Greek symbol for it. Now, let's suppose we were interested in finding out what the radius was for a given circle if you already knew its area. All right. In that case, we're going to have to solve this equation for r. We'd like to have r by itself, the radius, on one side of the equation. Left or right is not important, though I suppose it's pretty common to want to get the letter that you're solving for on the left. Well, again, it's just some simple algebra to show that the radius is the square root of the area divided by pi. Okay. Now, the beauty of such a solution is that we have the ability to find the radius for any circle of any area now. It's a quick and easy calculation, right? So let's say, for instance, the area of the circle is 700 square meters. Okay, I can simply evaluate my equation now with that value and quickly calculate what the radius should be. And we get 14.9 meters approximately.